This is a sick Negro. This is a sick Negro. This is a sick Negro.
You debating a dead man, bro. No. Like, you debating a dead man, bro. You debating a dead man.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Family, I'm riding on fumes today. Let me explain to you, family. I do not have hard pause internet connection today. My internet was interrupted, but man, listen, man. I don't know. Hold on, fam. Let me get started. Fam. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Before we get started, let me set the tone real quick. I might turn into a Trumper, man. I might have to turn into a Trumper. Let me tell you why. So my internet has been down from the last time that I went live. Can y'all see me? How do I look? Am I clear? Do I look? How do I look clear? Press 7 if I look clear, if you can hear me clear. I might have to I might go MAGA on you, man. This 7 might turn into Make America Great Again, man. Because I got to explain, though. Let me explain. Please, hear me out. Yeah. I might have to go Trump on y'all. Because this is why. This is why. So, the last time I went live, I had problems. And y'all did not notice, but towards the end, I was stumbling and fumbling because I couldn't pull my files right. You understand what I'm saying? So what happened is the way people don't understand how this computer thing works today is that you need upload speed and you need download speed, right? And so when you are doing something like I'm doing, some of the things I have to pull up from a cloud. You understand? And that would be download speed. You know what I mean? But when I open it up, I need upload speed to bring it to my screen, if you understand what I'm saying. I think that's how it goes. Anyway, when your internet connection is bad, you just get a blank screen. You can't pull nothing out. Your email, everything drag like dial-up. You understand? See, it's not like when you pull your email up and we're so used to it, it's popping up. When your connection is bad, it takes forever to pop up. And so when I was doing the show the last time, I was trying to pull the receipts and I couldn't pull the receipts because I couldn't open these windows. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I pulled everything that I needed, but towards the end, I wanted to pull a few more things. Y'all know how I do. I get off track. Anyway, so the next day, that night, I called Mechee. I said, Mechee. He said, I said, listen, I don't know if they have tampered with my internet or not. I'm not sure, but man, I had problems tonight, man. It towards the end, he said, I'm sorry, let me translate. I said, Mechee. He said, I'm not hibernating, but I got a little bit of time to answer your question. It's late. What you want to say? And so that's what I said. They was messing with my internet. I think they was messing with our internet. I don't know what to do. And when he said, well, why, did you reboot? I said, yes. He said, I translate for y'all. He said, did you go and clear out all the windows? Do you make sure you ain't got the cookies all messed up? I said, I tried all of that. And so we talked for a few minutes, and then, you know, I said, I'm going to check tomorrow. And then I went and searched the area, and I would find out that there was a problem in my area. I didn't know what it was, and they said they was going to fix it on the 25th. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know what it was. 25th was yesterday. I still had the problems. I hit Mechee up. I said, man, I don't think I'm going to be able to go live all week. Mechee getting on, man. Because Mechee enjoyed the show. He don't come on too much, but he actually enjoyed the show. Oh, my bad. He was cussing me out, though. He said, what the F you talking about? Yeah, he went all the way there. Mechee went all the way there. So I said, listen, okay, I'm just going to try to learn. Where did you learn to speak Mechee? hold up, Starlight. So I say I'm just gonna try to go live and just see what works. He's like, "Ugh!" He said you dag on sight better, but he ain't say dag. You know what he said. So anyway, so I'm here today. So what I'm trying to say to you that I might have to go MAGA is because on the 24th when I went outside, there was Mexicans in the yard. And they were cutting trees around the wires. And it was a tree company, and they was all Mexicans. Yeah. I mean, when we say Mexicans, you know what we mean. We mean that they're from south of the border. But they're not all really Mexicans. They Guatemalans, they Nicaraguans, they all of that. All that. No harm, no foul. But there was a whole bunch of them. And they was cutting down them limbs like it was no tomorrow. They had lines all over the place. And I was like, goodness gracious. I said, Migo, what you doing? First of all, you in my yard, Migo. Secondly, what y'all doing? Oh, ¿qué pasa? We remove the tree. You ever notice when you don't speak somebody's language, they start doing sign language? We remove tree. You removing branches. Let me stop. I hope I ain't got no Mexican subscribers. They gonna unsubscribe tonight. We remove tree. I said, but bro, you all up in my yard, man. I said, you lucky the dogs ain't out. You know what I'm saying? They would have got you. He said, dog. I said, Patro. He said, oh, Patro? Donde? He said, donde? I said, no worry, don't worry. No problem. You know, we only know a few words. Hola, amigo, no problem. Gracias, maybe gracias. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, they was out there cutting the trees. Come to find out, they let the heavy branches fall on the line. And so right now, I'm working off of Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? So if it jump off, you know what's going on, all right? If it jump off, you know what jump off. But because they did what they did, I might have to go MAGA. Yeah. We might got to send them back, man. We might got to send them back, man. Them ones that did this and installed on Moorish World TV, we might got to send them back, man. I don't know, man. They can't do this to Moorish World TV. We might got to send them back, man. Hola. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Por qué?
Check 1, 2.
Tú no hablas inglés, why? Tú no hablas inglés. ¿Por qué?
Regardless of whether you like that.
¿Por qué tú no hablas inglés?
We're in the 21st century. Our people are poor.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to my Mexican brothers out there. I'm only playing.
Being murdered.
Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV.
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. A couple weak frauds that crept through. They put the bean on me. I didn't neglect you. Time's up, allow me to bless you. They yell reparation and they got your attention. A failed clown rapper, claimed he was pimping. But you don't know, he was a fed since 9-0. Cosmo Flex was a front for 5-0.
You can't get dropped in a pit
Welcome
of
to another
snakes
edition of Moorish World TV.
and trying to figure out which one has
I
the
know
better
speaking English.
This tongue, this one is not
Yes,
for
it
you.
did.
FBA was laughing when he went to the Romans. I guess they don't understand, that's who own them. Lying on GS, claiming I stalked them. That ain't true, cause if it was, I'd have chalked them. I'm simply a blogger, researching for the family. Cause people look like me, continue to scam me. Continue to scam us in the name of liberation. But when I call them out, they claim that I'm hating. Who says I smack somebody?
Who does that?
Poke your chest out.
Talk to him.
Fly thousands of miles. Check it out.
For a peace order.
I'm back like I left something. And you kept frontin', sick the Romans on me.
This is
But
a
they
sick
ain't really
Negro.
stopping nothing. How you say you slap a man and go get a peace order? Something ain't adding up. Now I'm in the deep waters. I took a deep dive. See who you really are. Who named you Tariq affiliated with the guns? Nah, you ain't a Sunni or the nation. But ain't nobody question why you perpetrating. See, early in the 90s, they put you on a mission. Hip-hop was conscious. You came with something different. Goofy clown rap to take it off track. But you was so whack, nobody followed the act. so they made another character. Turned you to
In
a thug.
Springfield-
From Cosmo to K-Flex, but still got no love. Album
In
went good, it
Springfield,
was trash, no good. You
they're
was
eating
hip-hop
the dog.
police, snitching on the hood. How you make a documentary about hip-hop and not include yourself in all your albums that flop? Yeah, you got some dark secrets, I'm here to expose them. And I don't plan to stop until everybody knows them.
Let me see if I can see myself. Let me see if I can.
He's back!
Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. I am your esteemed host, Brother Tariq. Hey family, welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. I'm your esteemed host, Brother Tariq. Hey family, you know what is blowing me away? I'm sorry. You know what is blowing me away right now? That when I'm not able to go live, people send me stuff all the time. Have y'all been keeping up to the things that Trump is doing lately? Have y'all been keeping up with things that Trump is doing lately? Let me tell you something, family. I don't know why people are so surprised. Two things I want to warn you on, though, if you allow me to. One thing that you have to know, that the tech war has already started. In other words, if you haven't seen that movie where that the computers shut down and that the planes crash and all of that, I forget the name of that movie, that has already started. I'm going to start give you conspiracy theory type commentary for a little bit because in the coming days, because I'm telling you that these plane crashes all after Trump coming to office is not by, it's not a happenstance. You know, a plane pretty much flies itself. Once it's off the ground, it is programmed to fly itself to its destination. So pretty much a pilot in these modern aircrafts, commercial aircrafts, are pretty much there for emergencies. They're there for to pull it off the ground, and they're there to lower it to the ground when it's time to land. And when you start to see, like recently, all of these problems dealing with aircraft, you should already know. You should already know that somebody is playing with the technology. It's just too much at once. We have never seen nothing like this. So family, I'm going to tell you this. If you have a vehicle that depends on computerized technology for 80% of its functions, I'm going to tell you now, you might be in a world of a trouble in the next few years or less, because that is where the first strike is going to happen as it relates to the like we be talking about the somebody say planes can land itself. Absolutely. I agree, Nigeria. But that is where the first stage of war happens in this day and time. That's where the first stage of war. Somebody said Mechee then came out of the MAGA closet. Tell her to call her zaddy Trump and have him release the Epstein file, since she was so adamant about MLK classified. Let me tell you. Let me go on Mechee real quick. Mechee has never been in the closet. Mechee has never been in the closet. You have to remember when Mechee was supporting Grandmaster Jay, and Grandmaster Jay was alongside of Trump and actually was security for Trump. And she's never been in the closet. Mechee has always played both sides of the fence when it's convenient, but her voice is so loud and so annoying, people don't pay attention to the subtle things. You know what I'm saying? It's the subtle things that we need to pay attention to. But unfortunately, in this social media era, we always pay attention to the loud mouths. We always pay attention. And that's why I be loud, so I can compete with them. You know what I mean? But I'm going to give you the truth. I'm going to be loud. I'm going to be what appears to be obnoxious. But beneath the surface of that, you're going to get some raw truth. Because I know that's what they're doing to grab people's attention. And so people pay attention to the loud, outrageous, obnoxious commentary of a Mechee X. But Mechee X has been doing this from a day one. Do anybody remember when Mechee X was selling the products of survival products? Those came from white supremacists. You didn't even press 7 if you remember. She was selling products that's associated with right wing. You know I be messing up words. Right wing survivalist white supremacist groups. Anybody remember that? I mean, anybody remember that? She was selling a product supposed to be black people for a black agenda, but when you did the connection, it was associated with white supremacists, right wing survivalist groups. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, she's been doing that. Also, she was doing white labeling. She was giving classes on how to do white labels. And what white label is, you take people products and you remix it, you make a website, and then you sell them through your website and you get a cut. Many of these products are, if you trace them back, they were owned by companies associated with something that would put us at a disadvantage. I mean, I did a stream on that years ago. Nobody want to listen to me, though. I mean, yeah. Was this after Boyce? Yes, this was after Boyce. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, Mechee has never changed her tune. She's just tuned up a little bit louder. That's all she did. At the end of the day, Mechee X, listen, at the end of the day, Mechee X has an agenda. You know what I mean? And her agenda is to be some kind of way popular. And so whatever is popular, she's going to ride the wave. And that's the name of this game in social media right now. I mean, it's been like that since YouTube became popular and you can make money from YouTube, that whatever is popular, people going to ride the wave. And you'll see people shift all the time. Family, one thing you're never going to see me do, you're never going to see me shift. I was joking about that MAGA stuff. You ain't going to never see me shift, because I know the first time when I open my mouth on a topic, 9 times out of 10, and I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, I've researched 5, 6, 7, 10 to 20 times to make sure that I'm right and exact. So that by the time I open my mouth, I'm already standing on the truth, in which I understand, which I haven't had time to reveal in the full extent. So when I come out with what I stand on, most people are like, oh, no, that can't be so. But by the time the campaign finished, you'd be like, dang, he got a point. I mean, dang, he got a point. Oh my God, he was right. You know what I mean? But I've already examined it long before I spoke on it. Most people on the internet, they don't examine that which they involve themselves in, and it comes back and kick them in the butt later. Most people don't do that. They just open their mouth. And this is why you see a bunch of podcasters just 5 years ago or 4 years ago, Mechee X was talking about dirty, raunchy, decrepit, oppressive white people. And one of the things that I've always said to her, how can you be so disrespectful to Europeans if your father is a European? That's unacceptable. And anybody that ride with somebody who disrespect someone of their own relation, that's a direct connect, that person can't be trusted. You hear what I'm saying? I mean, that person cannot be trusted. If a person would disrespect, quote unquote, white people and her father is a European, that person can't be trusted. At all. You can't trust a person like that. Because you may say a person don't like Europeans or whatever they feel about Europeans. One thing a person should have is integrity. You know what I mean? Even if a person don't like Europeans or have a problem with Europeans, you better know that if a person can flip on their own DNA that brought them into that world, then you ain't worth nothing. I don't care. You ain't worth nothing. But these dumb people, they be like, oh, yeah, but look what white people did to us. Man, that is goofy. Her father is a European, and she's supposed to respect. And anybody that have any biblical knowledge, you know good and well, say, honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days may be long upon the earth, what the Lord thy God has given thee. So you may have a problem with Europeans, but she should not be talking that type of blasphemy and down towards one who was instrumental into bringing her into this world. And if a person does that, you're nothing to them. You're nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? And this is why she can talk down about Martin Luther King. She thinking that, let me show you something real quick. Let's get into it. Let's get into this right quick. All right, let's get into this. when Trump talking about releasing the Martin Luther King files, right? She went in like that was a legitimate assessment of Dr. Martin Luther King. When we know history records that during the time of Dr. Martin Luther King, they were sending out fake letters, they were sending out fake correspondences, they was lying on Dr. Martin Luther King, they were saying anything that they could do to discredit Dr. Martin Luther King. So how today can we trust one that will go that far, that today now they're a reliable source when the man can't even defend himself? How would you feel that when you're alive and you have the ability to defend yourself, that they just sneak these things behind closed doors or whisper and then send stuff and threaten you, but then when you're long gone, they got all of this evidence? Man, that's insane, man. This is the same group of people that have schemed and plotted to keep us at the bottom. And now all of a sudden they release the files and now they're writing exact. Man, I ain't going for none of that. I ain't trusting none of that. That's right. I ain't giving it. I ain't entertaining it. I ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say he was a sellout. How was he a sellout? Would you like to call in? Let me see if we can get some calls in tonight. How was he a sellout? Would you like to call in? Tell me if you like to call in. I'm going to try to get you called in tonight. You know what I mean? Would you like to call in? Would you like to call in? How was he a sellout? Because you disagree with his approach towards liberation? You disagree with that? Or did he really sell out? I don't necessarily agree with everything that Prophet. I didn't. You got me thinking about Prophet Noble Drew. I agree with everything Prophet Noble Drew Ali, but I don't necessarily agree with everything an approach that Martin Luther King strived for. But I will tell you that he was sincere of heart in the striving in the direction that he did. And in fact, when you know how movements work, he didn't even agree with all the directions that he was going in, because there's a movement behind him that would dictate the direction that they wanted to go as a group. But remember, FBA is not an organization, so they wouldn't understand. They wouldn't understand that. I mean, they wouldn't understand that. I mean, when you're rolling with an organization, the mouthpiece may not necessarily agree with the consensus, but once the consensus happens, the mouthpiece must go with the consensus. So a lot of what they may blame on Martin Luther King, it was really the consensus of the Southern Leadership Conference and the other groups. So, but y'all don't know organization, obviously. But at the end of the day, when you study the Martin Luther King that they don't tell you about, you will find that Martin Luther King actually had an epiphany, if you will, of, dang, did I just send my people in a burning house? Or, wow, why did I just do, man, was this, am I going in the right direction? So at the end of the day, you know what I mean, Martin Luther King, each of us is allowed to fight towards our liberation and freedom, and then double back and question, like, hold up, am I going in the right direction? But there is no figure in the United States that made more progress than the civil rights movement and those who was in the company of Martin Luther King. Is it anybody? In the civil rights movement, is it anybody? So how can he be a sellout? You benefit from Martin Luther King to this day. How could he been a sellout? How could he been a sellout? Because you don't agree with him. I get it. Because you don't agree with him. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. Very rarely do they assassinate sellouts. Why would they assassinate a sellout? Huh? Why? That don't even make sense. You ain't never seen them assassinate a sellout. Never. Unless the sellout started telling their secrets. But that ain't what happened. because some of the things that Martin Luther said towards the end, he was saying in between of his whole campaign in the civil rights movement. I mean, so with that being said, family, at the end of the day, Mechee X, she's trolling for views and for commentary. You got to understand that the internet is built on sensationalism. So she want to sensationalize a Martin Luther King right in what they call Black History Month. Ain't that ironic? Ain't that ironic? Ain't that ironic? Black History Month, Martin Luther King birthday, and now we're going to talk about Martin Luther King. That shows you that it's scripted. Because if you got a real concern, you don't wait for the opportunity to present itself. You don't wait for the opportunity to present itself. You present that argument periodically all the time, as I do with my arguments. I present them and represent them all the time. I don't change from them. It is what it is. But you don't wait for the opportunity to present itself every year like a holiday, like it's Christmas. Okay, Martin Luther King birthday, let's call him a sellout. Okay, Martin Luther King birthday, let's call him a sellout. Okay, Black History Month, let's call him a sellout. That's an opportunist. That's an opportunist. So now Mechee X is riding the gravy train of MAGA concepts now. Let me see if I can get this window open. One second. Yeah, she's riding the concept of MAGA stuff now. Oh man, what I'm doing? Hold up. I can't even hold up. Uh-oh. Oh, let me see if I can grab a window. Bam. Uh-oh. I can't even grab a window. I told you my computer was messing up. I can't even grab a window. That's not good. Family, I can't even grab a window. Let me see. I can't do nothing. Y'all can see me though, right? I can only talk. Y'all can only talk. I mean, let me get this troll out here. Amar, Kalon, you're going to have to get another channel. I'm going to go ahead and get you out of here. All right, peace. Have a good day, brother. Black's Laws Dictionary, 4th edition. All right, peace. You gone. I just blocked this guy. He's just a troll. I don't know. Do you ever figure out why grown people would do the things that they do? Like, this is a grown person, I would suspect. You know what I mean? Like, this is a real grown man, I think. A real grown man is sitting up here just saying stuff just to be saying it. No real angle, no real goal, no real anything. Anyway, it is what it is. Hold up, let me see. Oh, man. Damn, my whole, my internet messed up, so I can't really see nothing. I wish I could, because I would, I wish I could. I can't even screen share none of myself. It's Ramadan for the fruit of Islam. Let me see if y'all can call in. Let me see if y'all can call in. Anybody got the number? It's Ramadan for the fruit of Islam. What does that mean? And you know another thing? This is another issue that we have. That's crazy. I cannot. Hold on one second, family. I think we tripping on here tonight. That's another thing, too. When you look at Lord Jamar, right? When you look at Lord Jamar, and he talks about the flat earth thing, and he comes from the community of the 5% Nation of Islam, where they consider the white man the devil, and he can't be healed. He can't turn around. Ain't nothing he can do. The white man the devil, he cannot turn around. He's always going to be devil. He's always going to be evil. And then he start caping for Trump. How is it that nobody checks people on this thing? You know what I mean? How is nobody checking people on this thing? Like, you went from calling the white man the devil to now saying, I'm a Trump supporter. Huh? Huh? How does that work? And then you went from the white man, the devil, to flat earth. Do we even know that the person that made flat earth a thing in this era of time was a European? Do we even know this? Like, this is what I'm saying, man. Like, our people is messed up. Like, you can't call the white man the devil 1 minute, but then support everything that he put out. Come on now. So we need him to take that back. Elijah Muhammad originally wanted NOI to practice Ramadan. That's between Elijah Muhammad and Ramadan. I mean, that's between them. Well, one thing we should do is check people and you. I don't know what that means. Yeah, Lord Jamar, tell like everything Lord Jamar talks about right now comes from a European that he once called white man the devil. And he was going, remember when Lord Jamar says that Eminem in hip hop is a what did he say he was? He was a visitor or he was a guest? A guest. He said Eminem was a guest in hip hop. Now, every concept that Lord Jamar talks about is something that originated with a European pseudoscientist, and he's a guest in their house now. Unbelievable to me that nobody ever says anything about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. Unbelievable that now he's a guest in the Flat Earth house. Now he's a guest in what you talk about, the FBA house, because he's not FBA. I mean, he's a guest. He's a guest in everybody's house. But remember, he was getting on Eminem. But now he's the guest in everybody's house. Man, it's crazy how things done change, man. Nobody pays attention to these things. Well, I do. I watch everything. I remember everything. I mean, I remember everything. I'm trying to figure out why I can't share my screen, though. Let me see.
Good. I'm saving you a plate. Smothered pork chop, cabbage stew. Good. I'm saving you a plate. Stew. Good. I'm saving you a plate.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Smothered pork chop.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Cabbage stew.
That's right.
Good.
Gregory Moss say he want a plate.
I'm saving you a plate.
That's right. That's right. I like the days when she paid for 2 commercials. Nah, man. I believe, hey, family, can I keep it a whole stack with y'all without y'all getting mad at me? I really believe that Connie is a little bit genuine. I don't like the part that she went to Haiti, though, and she went to Haiti and got some bread out to people in Haiti, you know, for the 501c3. But she does have a hint of genuineness, for real, for real. but I ain't eating none. I ain't eating none of that pig feet stew though. But Khalil is pork chop stew. Tariq mother-in-law, she cooks pork chop stew, cabbage pork chop stew. Hey family, when we grew up, I thought pork chops was something that you smothered with gravy and onions and stuff like that, or you fried that demonstration up, or I never heard of pork chop stew though, for real. I mean, not being funny, I never heard of pork chop stew in my life. Pork chop stew? Nah. Tariq Allah NASHEED got the family eating. Coming over? Are you coming over for Sunday dinner? Yeah, Mom. I'll be there, Mom. Yeah, Mom, I'll be there. What we having? Oh, your favorite, Tariq. We're having pork chop stew. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Come on, nutty buddy. We're having pork chop stew. Goodness gracious, man. Man, we got to do better, man. We got to do better. I can't understand why my screen. Let me see if I can scale my screen down, man. I can't. My screen, I can't see nothing. It's bad. It's pretty bad. My whole demonstration is let me see view. Let me see if I can reset my view. Yeah, I can't see that. I'm about to talk to y'all tonight. How y'all feel tonight? Let me see if I can. Oh, I can't even set my phone and all that. I'm Haitian, and I could make a. What you mean? You can make a what? Let me see. Hold up. You Haitian, you can make a what? You can make a better smothered pork chop. But let me see. Oh, I ain't see the whole thing. Let me see what you say. You say you Haitian, and you can make a better smothered pork chop. But I don't eat pork. I feel you know what I mean? Let me tell you something. But don't get it twisted. Black Barbie, you know good and well, Haitians now, they can make a pork chop taste like a steak. I ain't gonna front. I don't eat pork either. I haven't ate pork or meat in a long time. But I know what? It's a Haitian spot here in Baltimore. I wish I could look it up. What's the Haitian spot? It's a Haitian spot in South Baltimore. And also they got a food truck. And I go there and get one of their bowls that don't have no meat in it. But they got the little pans out there, and they be having that pork up in that joint. Man, the line be round the corner. Haitians can make that pork make you smack mama upside the head. Yeah, Haitian can cook some pork. Yes, indeed. That's right. But the one thing I know about the Haitians in Baltimore, they got something for everybody though. You know what I mean? You know what I like about the Haitians? They always put them like the Jamaicans. They put the fake bananas in that joint. The fake bananas. What's the fake bananas called? I'm just having fun tonight because I miss y'all. What them fake bananas called? They ain't real bananas. You got to fry them demonstrations and put a little something on them demonstrations. You try to eat them joints out the skin, you have a problem. What them bananas called? What them fake hard bananas called? They got to fry them joints to make them soft. Oh, yeah. Y'all my people. I tell you, but it sure tastes good in that little bowl they make. I got to find out the name of that bowl. Oh, man, that bowl's scrumptious. Plantains. Plantains. Oh, man. They don't cook without plantains. Man, they put plantains in beans and greens, potatoes, greens, beans, potatoes. Jamaicans and Haitians, boy, they don't play but them plantains, man. Man, but they sure is good. I'm trying to tell you. Woo! Anyway, family, so let me get back to my point, fam. Greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes. Try the fried goat. Man, I am the goat. I ain't eating no goat. Nah, let me tell you something though. Let me see. Years ago, I used to eat goat. You know what I'm saying? Years ago. It's been a long time. And again, Haitians make the goat fall off the bone. Haitians make the goat fall off the bone. I ain't never seen nobody cook like Haitians. Y'all must cook y'all stuff 2 days before in a crock pot. Cause every time I've ever got Haitian food, when I ate meat years ago, that joint fell off the bone. I'm like, man, what they doing to this stuff? And melting your mouth. Melting your mouth. I'm trying to tell you. I mean, yeah, let me stop now. That's right. Haitians, they do something different. I don't know. They cook that joint in a crock pot. I mean, my dad to smoke goat from Arkansas, a small town. Yeah, man, they got something different going on. But anyway, family, have you noticed that most of these pro-black commentators have turned to Trump. Man, I even seen Moors to go left. I was on Facebook the other day, and this Moor supposed to be a bona fide Moorish American, and he calling the one of the politicians, a sister in Texas, calling her a hood rat. I'm like, how do we get to the point where you support one candidate, which would be Trump, and then call your own people out of their name? And like you can be critical and you can criticize, but for one that's supposed to be conscious, for one that's supposed to be aware, how do you go from being critical to now being just disrespectful and just sounding like trash? Man, it's just bad, man. What did Trump do? Trump did hypnotize these people. He hypnotized them. You see Kodak Black in there? Kodak Black high as Fat Charles behind. He in the White House, high as a kite, in flight. And people think that's a come up. People think that that's a come up because what decision can a Kodak Black influence in the White House? Y'all see the party of the White House? Y'all see the party? Tariq shared the picture of the FBAs in the White House. They so happy to be off the porch in the living room, they ain't gonna have no influence. None of these people are in a position to affect policy. But soon as they get a photo op, everybody's skinning and grinning, smiling and beguiling. As soon as they get a photo op. But anybody ever notice there is no FBA? There is no person descended from the melanated persuasion in any key position? Anybody ever notice that? Or am I the only one that noticed that? In all the key positions, there is no one that has been selected for a key position that can affect change that benefits us. No one. But these people are clapping and cheering for Trump. These people, listen, I want you to know that I'm not a Trump hater. I'm really not. I actually, now don't take this out of context, I actually understand and somewhat admire what Trump is doing. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Trump is doing for his people what Obama was supposed to do for us. Do y'all remember when people was making excuses about Obama? Oh, they won't let him do this. You know what I mean? He a black man, so they won't let him do this. And every argument that I ever got in, I said he can do executive orders. He can do whatever he want. He can do executive orders. You understand what I'm saying? And Trump went and proved every argument that I set forth as it relates to Barack Obama. I said that if he wanted to well, he's just not the president for black people. He's the president for everybody. No. When a president is selected, they are selected by a group of people, and they're going to represent that group of people interests. And if you are of a group of people that has fallen short to the competition, then you start to bring them up to compete. And when you look at Trump, what he's doing for his people in the tech community, you know what I mean? Hold up, somebody said, what's the number? Let me see if I can put the number up here. Let me put the number up here. Somebody want to call in. If you look at what he has done to his people for the tech community, it's an example of what's supposed to be done. You can't be mad at Trump because that's what he's supposed to do. When he's selected in office, I mean, is it going to benefit us? Nah, it ain't going to benefit us. It's not supposed to benefit us. I mean, I mean, it ain't supposed to benefit us. Somebody say, well, Trump ain't running the presidency right now. Muskrat is. Well, anybody he wants to run it, he can get them running because that's his position. But that's what Obama was supposed to do. Obama was supposed to put things in position to help position the downtrodden, to help position those who didn't have a chance, and they got one chance of a lifetime with someone that comes from where he comes from to a degree, given a chance. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Trump's supposed to do that. Any president, when you look at Kennedy, Kennedy was put in by the Catholics pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And although he claimed he was going to do something for us and move forward on something for us, the people that put him there are going to be the ones that benefit first. That's how it works. And you have to know that the tech community is the one that really put Trump in position. I mean, the tech community is the one that put Trump in position. So the tech community, man, listen, let me give you the worldwide thing. While these people are capping for MAGA, these pro-black people are capping for Trump, Trump ain't thinking about them. Trump is organizing a worldwide network of like-minded people to continue to dominate on a whole nother level. Man, Trump now is creating tech communities now. While everybody's like, we have yet to build a community on the ground, a real sustainable community that has an economy and an income. Trump now is eons above that. They are moving on tech communities now. You know what I mean? Why you think he had the crypto performance with those rappers? Why? Because they're moving on a whole nother level. Elon Musk and Donald Trump serve as the saviors of FBI. FBI don't even understand what's going on with Elon Musk and Donald Trump. They on a whole nother plane right now. You know what I'm saying? Trump is bringing in all of his supporters, and he told people that. You know what I mean? He's going to fire. And that's one thing about Trump. He told everybody that he was going to fire those who disagree with him. I mean, he told everybody that. And what did he do? He started firing, and he is still firing people. So these silly FBAs, the Mechee X's and the Lord Jamars, they really think that these policies are going to benefit them. No, it's what it says in the Bible that you get the crumbs that fall from the master's table. Anybody heard of that term? It says you get the crumbs that fall from the master's table. So let me explain one of those crumbs. If Trump's decide that there will only be two genders in America that is recognized, male and female, then the Negro will say, see, we got two genders. See, he's not doing that for you. He's doing that for those who that is of his constituents, so he can reprogram them and rewire them so they won't be less than as it relates to the birth population. Because if he does not establish a standard of two genders, then the propaganda of the LGBT, XYZ, and all of that can continue to go over the deep end, and then the birth rate will go down. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I'm saying? The birth rate will continue to slump for Europeans. So that's why he's not thinking about this going to change within 4 years. He establishing that now. So in 20 years, when you look back at the birth rate, it can be competitive. Because right now, the birth rate of Europeans are going down. Say I called twice, no answer. Yeah, my phone probably messed up. Hold up. Let me see something. Let me check it. Call twice, no answer. Let me see. Okay, let me see it. I'm going to try now. Hold up. I'm going to try it. I got to do it from my phone, though.
Yeah.
Peace, family. Is that you?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing well. What you got to add to the conversation, brother?
No, I agree with what you're saying, and, like, this is the thing, right? You got Tariq, Mechee X, Lord Jamar, we're talking about people who have been apolitical or are mostly apolitical, and they're getting in front of political conversations and things that's, you know, a political project. And you know, everything that we see the Trump administration doing, and you know, all of these cuts, and just it's basically a white supremacist coup of the federal government. And I think a lot of us are having a problem processing what's actually happening. And this is far right extreme individuals who have basically usurped control of the federal government. And you have, you know, Tariq and these other grifters and people who are just ignorant when it comes to this stuff, acting as if this is somehow something good for the black people and the black community, and it's not.
One thing you have to understand about, as you say, grifters, the grifters is only worrying about getting a check. You know what I mean? A lot of this is free advertisement. Even the propaganda is being paid to these YouTubers and these bloggers. If we were able to get a ledger as to how much money is paid out and to who, it would expose a lot of these people for taking a check to bring forth propaganda and advertisement for Trump's presidency and his plan, as well as the agenda that he's pushing. A lot of these people are paid.
Absolutely.
Trump,
I really
Lord Jamar
that.
says he's getting a check. He's admitted that.
Oh, he's admitted it.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's admitted that. If I could screenshot right now, my computer is down. I'm only working on Wi-Fi, so I'm limited to do what I can do.
Right.
But if it was up, I could drop the video and show you that he admitted that he's getting a check. He admitted it on what is that, on the Art of Dialogue. On the Art of Dialogue, he admitted it.
That's crazy. And remember that I believe that Pastor Derek Anderson, he came out and outed Tariq for trying to get in good with Trump behind the scenes. And while he's sitting there calling everybody else a shill for the Democratic Party, he's a shill for the right wing and for Trump. And look, this isn't, and I've been telling people this, we have to realize this isn't your standard run of the mill, you know, white supremacists. That's what these people are, far to the extreme. They really want to get active and get jiggy with it. You know what I mean? So we have to really understand that. And when you look at these individuals, man, it tells you everything you need to know, and why we continue to just go in circles as a community, because all of these so-called messiahs appear to be on a take, and they lead our people astray.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think this is what we have to understand as a people, brother. Well, we got to understand that the people in this social media era, that these people that claim to be fighting for some sort of liberation or some sort of political clarification for our people, all you got to do is watch what they do, bro. They sit right in their den. They sit right in their den, and they're nothing more than commentators. No difference than the football commentator. No different than the basketball commentator or the boxing or the sport commentator. They just sit there talking. But when you look at what they're actually doing in the name of what they say they stand for, it's nothing. You can't find none of these FBAs. You can't find none of these FBAs writing a bill or proposing a bill. Legislation. None of them. You can't find Tariq leading a bill or leading a legislation to what he say he believe in. You can't find him doing anything as it relates to political progress, as it relates to FBA. But you do see products and propaganda.
Right.
You don't see no work like that.
Exactly. That's why I say I really, you know, support and rock with what you're doing. You know, you're and look, like I said last time, in the end, it's going to come out in the wash who was on the right side and who was on the wrong side. And you know, that's why, you know, I said I got to support this brother. I can tell when someone is genuine and when they really care about what they're doing. So you have my support, brother. And I just want to, I saw your show the other day when you were talking about you were giving an update on what's going on with the case. And look, you're taking it to Tariq. When it comes to you, I was following Tariq for a minute until he started doing this whole thing with FBA talking about black immigrants and all
yes.
That really what made me sour on him. But he's like, and like you said, he's been able to bully people, but he bit off more than he can chew. He's changing all these attorneys and everything. You have him on the roast, brother. You almost there, but yeah, you really taking it to him.
Hey, brother, and let me tell you, if I could share everything that has actually happened, yeah, it doesn't look that good for Mr. NASHEED. It doesn't look that good. Mm-hmm. It doesn't look good at all. At all. Right. It's stuff that happens in these litigations every single day. And every single day, I'll say it's to my benefit and advantage with the decisions that's being passed down right now. It doesn't look good at all. And I'm talking about recently as the other day, something was passed down. It just doesn't look good at all. You know what I mean? So, hey, when you do right because it's right, right's going to happen. That's what happens.
Exactly. So I support you. I'm in your corner, and I'm gonna be in the clouds watching, brother.
I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Thanks for calling.
Okay. All right.
Peace. So we had somebody else try to call in. Maybe I need to get them up on. Let me see where they at. I think I missed somebody just try to call in. But if I missed your call, you can call right back in. Let me see. I think I missed somebody Anyway, somebody tethers after us came out. I be everywhere, don't trip. Leroy, opinion ain't facts. Leroy says FBA left Lord Jamar alone after Flat Earth. I didn't know that. They left him alone, bro. And then someone asked, what do Moors believe? I can't. We have to say, oh, hold up.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Lady Mahogany, how you doing, sis?
Oh, I'm great, grand and groovy. How you doing tonight?
Great, grand and groovy. What's this? Oh, baby. What's that thing? What's that show?
I had to break the political monotony, for a minute.
I got you. Talk to me.
Beloved, I just can't rock out with you on the energy that you put forth about Trump.
About Trump.
There's just yes.
Okay.
It's just so much to unpack.
Let me ask you this: would you see me live? Would you see me live on the show where we could discuss it? But for right now, just give me a brief concept of what your position is.
My position is I can't deal with buffoonery. I just can't, and I'm a sister who's educated, somebody that they would probably consider a DEI type of hire if I wasn't my own businesswoman.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I can't rock out. I can't rock out with this system. And to be honest with you, beloved,
I'm trying to understand. Hold on. I'm trying to understand. You said you can't rock with my positioning, and I'm trying to understand your position that you can't rock with first.
I mean, and just in regards to you said, the whole text thing, right? And you respect Trump in regards to, from what I was, discerning from what you were saying,
right, is
that, you applaud, his business moves in the way that it is. So you applaud his savagery,
No, listen, sister. So, I want you to hear me. I got you. So I thank you for allowing me to clarify. What I'm saying is everything that he's doing is for his people. You get that part?
Okay.
Everything he's doing for his people.
That's right.
And you have to applaud people that will do what they are supposed to do for their people. He's not supposed to do anything for us. He's not. And let me tell you why. The European oppressor have went through double hockey sticks and high waters to impoverish us, to enslave us, and to keep us in perpetual slavery. It's our job to pull us up out of this. They are not, and I repeat, they are not going to pull us up out this. Trump is an
Well,
example.
I'm not gonna sit up and applaud Massa for Massa
No.
doing what Massa's
I
gonna do.
applaud.
I'm never gonna.
You know what I
him for
applaud?
that.
I applaud the devil for being the devil, so I know what the devil look like. I applaud one that goes left and show me so my people can know what it looked like. I would rather that than one to smooth it over and make friends with me and slaughter me at the same time. Show me who you are and keep it like that, and I'm so happy that you have.
Absolutely, and with that being said, you know, I got to say, when somebody shows you who you are, who they are, you better believe them.
But can't you?
Right?
But when I say, listen what I'm saying. When I say I applaud that, or I love that Trump is doing what he's doing. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I'm saying that I applaud what he is doing because it underscores what they've been doing from the beginning. And now you can see it clearly and make a decision. Like, we don't have to try to figure it out. Is this that? We don't got to. We don't have to figure it out. It's very clear. And I can applaud that, man. I wish we had someone that would say, heck with everybody. I'm going all out for those melanated people. I mean, that look like us. We ain't got nobody with no backbone like that. Europeans got a backbone.
What?
Europeans got a backbone to stand up for their own.
And so do we, but they also have had militias and all sorts of other.
But we got to keep doing it.
That would shut us down, that would bomb us.
We got to keep doing it.
We would, hold on, beloved, hold on. Can I speak? I know this is your platform.
No, you good. Go ahead.
At the end of the day, every time that we have tried, going all the way back to Marcus Garvey, he had a whole solid black female militia. You understand what I'm saying? Every time that we made momentum and movement, who came along but the cracker, okay, to destroy and desecrate everything that we did. So
Right.
what happened along the generations and throughout the years? We end up succumbing to, the new societal way of living. You
Okay.
understand what I'm saying?
I understand you fully.
And we should have been snapped out.
So I got you. So listen to my concept, sis. If we know that Europeans, the oppressive European, have strategically undermined our path towards liberation, then that would employ us to study the strategy of the undermining and prepared for it for the next stand-up and resistance to move towards liberation. What I'm saying is that we haven't had one with a backbone that we need to come up out of this condition that represents us. Regardless of what happened in the past, we now need one with that backbone like Trump has for his people. We need that for our people, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That for our culture, beloved? Do you foresee that happening?
Absolutely. We are the founders of civilization. We just need to wake up. We need to continue to teach hard. We need to continue to give examples of how to be men, how to be women, how to stand up. And let me tell you, the spirit will return and the power will return if we continue to press on. But we cannot succumb to believing that every time we build something, they're going to tear it down, which they can try. But if we strategically study how it was torn down and we move properly, then maybe the next attempt will be the last attempt and put us in position where we need to be. We need to study the art of war, the science of how we were undermined. We need to study that many times, that even Marcus Garvey, with the most membership of any organization since him and after him.
Right.
Even Marcus Garvey, it was those that looked like us to allow the infiltration to happen. So you know where we start the checking at? We need to start checking us. We need to start screening us. We need to start looking at us more clearly, as opposed to focusing what the European oppressor person going to do and say, are you going to sell us down the river? Who are you? What is your track record? Where do you live? Where's your community? We need to start policing ourselves. And if we do that, then there's no infiltration that can happen. The problem is we are too scared to infiltrate our own inner circle. We have to infiltrate our inner circle, find out who's who.
I'll say on that. I'll say to that.
We need to find, and then they can't put Marcus Garvey on a boat. They can't put Marcus Garvey on a boat and people on the shore crying when they take him away. They can't sneak in there and kill brothers from the new Black Panther Party. They can't do these things if we police ourselves, if we infiltrate ourselves and see who's who. That's our problem.
But beloved, we have the Black Man Army in Cleveland who they for decades have been policing themselves.
No, I'm talking about internally from an organizational perspective. I ain't talking about policing the community. I'm talking about from an organizational perspective, from a liberation.
Like independent, like Black independent parties. I'm trying to get.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that, okay, if you have an agenda that we're going to go from conversation to liberation, those people who are operating within that concept from conversation to liberation and they're organized to move in that direction, then they need to know who's who. They need to have a contingency plan. In other words, if someone takes the president out, the vice president going to step up. If someone takes the vice president out, the secretary of state, if I'm not mistaken, stands up. We need to have situations like that when one goes, one step up. One goes, one step up. Notice that every time that they take one of us out, then the whole movement die. So we should be learning from that. We should be learning from that. We should be learning that when they have taken people out, everything that fizzled. So now we're supposed to be constructing organizations that when one go, one step up. And it can go on till eternity until we get to the destination that is not uncertain nor unknown. That's how it's supposed to go.
And with that being said, before I just, hang up from this call, I just really would like to know if you could weigh in on your posture as far as like where, our culture of people, where Black people right now, politically, should we just get away completely from this bipartisan thing?
Yeah.
Because that's what it's going to take. Hold on, because I really feel that's what it's going to take, but there's so many of us that are entrenched, because my grandmama, because I'm one of them, my grandmama voted Democrat, so I'm going to go vote Democrat. You understand what I'm saying? But I broke off and became a part of New African Independence Party, and, it was always challenging because you had the Green Party, you got all these parties. So with all that being said, where do you say right now that where should we be looking futuristically, politically, and how will it stick? How will we get it to collectively stick?
I really appreciate that, sis. Let me tell you something. I think if we want some real change, we have to pull out the political system at least for one cycle of the political season, and we have to regroup. That's what I think. Okay. I think we got to let the chips fall where they may, pull out the political system and regroup and find out what we really want and how to get it. Now, if we do that from a local perspective, at any major city where we are the dominant, I'm in Baltimore, and we are the dominant number in Baltimore. I mean, we like 90% of the city. Any position,
you're in Baltimore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any position that we want in the city, in any district, it can be taken by 2,000 to up to 5,000 votes. Any district. Once you get in the position of power, you have the position of that pen, and you can move forward. If people understand that local politics is the trump card, no pun intended, that we will be active in local politics, but we must organize and be intentful as to who we want to put in office. Like, case in point, if we wanted to put Johnny Crackhead in office, all we would have to do is it wouldn't even matter. All we would have to do is get 3,000 people on page and say, we are all voting for Johnny Crackhead. And we all show up at the polls and you ready for Johnny? You ready for Johnny? You ready for Johnny? You ready for Johnny? And I'm just using that as an example. We can get that Johnny Crackhead in that seat. But now we don't want Johnny Crackhead. I'm just saying that we can get anybody in the seat that we wanted to if we understood local politics. And this is why Europeans have put in our head, don't tell nobody who you vote. And you ever notice when somebody vote, they say, don't worry about who I'm voting for. Don't worry about who I'm voting for. Now, I don't tell you because that's the trick. Now, they understand they vote as a community. We vote as individuals. That's why we always at the lowest spectrum of the voting thing. Votes are money. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we don't understand. So we need to pull out and understand how to vote as a group And anything we want, we can have. Anything we can want from a political perspective. And then they're going to return to burning down the polls and shooting people at the poll maybe. But that's before the Reconstruction. That's why they established the Ku Klux Klan, because they didn't want those votes go to putting us in power. That's what it was all about.
I think you said a mouthful.
So we need to pull out. I believe we need to pull out.
I love that.
I think we need to pull out and readjust and reassess, and then come back with a dominant strategy and execute. That's what all we need to do, and we'll be fine. From a political standpoint.
Thank you for taking the call. I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you, and I hope you could come on the show one day. You really are informed as to what we should be doing and what we possibly can do. I really appreciate you.
Well, it wouldn't be a problem. Do you have an email in your down here inside of your?
Okay. Taharkabay@gmail.
I ain't too far from you. You know, your football team and our football team, my football team.
Let me find out. You in the district? You in the district? Where you at in the district?
No, I'm in Steel City. I'm in Pittsburgh.
Oh, Pittsburgh. All right, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, taharkabay@gmail.com. Hit me up, man. Let's do a podcast. I would love to have you on.
I would love to be on. Okay,
taharkabay@gmail.com. Somebody put it, Cryptonomics just put it in there. I think it'd be very interesting to bring a sister on here that have a strong position as to where we need to go. I appreciate you, sis.
I'd be honored. It's going to be a minute. I just had knee surgery, so I need a couple months to heal.
All right, go on, heal up and hit me up. Peace. That's right. Sis said she had knee surgery. That's right. She got knee surgery. She gonna fix that knee up, and she coming on the show. That's right. We gonna have a good time. Sister pretty sharp though. I really can appreciate her. Let me get this other call. Somebody tried to call. Let me see. Did I miss him? I think I missed him. Let me see. Yeah, I think I missed him. Let me see. All right, let me close it out and let me see. I think I missed somebody. What time is it? I can't even see what time it is. All right, let me try it. I think I missed this person. Let me get this person in. Yeah, we got the trolls up in here tonight. Lady Mahogany. We got the trolls up in here tonight, Crip. Hey, Crip, you better leave Lady Gout. You better leave Lady Mahogany alone. Hey, goodness gracious. Peace and love, family. You just called Moorish World TV?
Yeah, hi.
How you doing?
Yeah, hi, good show. Now, I just want to say, I want to call it down the middle. I do like your show, and I do like Tariq too. So I'm kind of like on both sides. I do like the fact that you talk about the Moors and stuff on your show. That's very important. But also, don't dismiss the FBA Americans. We collected a lot of wins out here. We changed the game across the board.
We're
going to G-check the whole world, and they're going to respect our heritage. We got 50,000 patents out here. We don't owe the world anything. The world owes us everything.
Hold up, brother.
We're standing on business.
I feel you, brother. Please explain one of the wins.
The win we got Kamala Harris out the paint. We made Joe Biden fold the election early because they was already losing. The black vote for the Republicans was 8% in I think like 2020, and now went up to 25%. We got the tethers out of black colleges. There's a HBCU money freeze for the HBCU colleges. We found out all the scams they got to skim money off our civil rights and make fake minority rights for other people. We cutting off the money from all that. We stopped the USAID program. We cut the budget for that. We just collected all wins out here.
Brother, would you be willing to come on the show and debate that? I'm saying that you're wrong. And I'll show you receipts that you're wrong.
Come on the show?
Yeah. Would you come on the show?
You said what?
Would you come on the show maybe on Sunday and debate me on that, and I can show you the receipts that you didn't do none of that? That you were told that, but you didn't do none of that. Everything that you named, I can show that you didn't do none of that.
I can come on the show. You want me to contact you through the email?
Yeah. We can do. Are you willing to do it on Sunday?
Yeah, I can come on Sunday.
All right, let's do it on Sunday.
Also, what you want to know is you can check the algorithm on YouTube. FBA is all over the place. We changed the algorithm.
Bro, I'm going to tell you that you're wrong, and I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it. If you come on, I'm going to show you. Can you hear me?
We got Fat Joe kicked off of the BET Wars. He gone here to pay. Fat Joe is shook to even come on his social media because there's some FBAs right there waiting for him to tap his big 400-pound fingers on that keyboard to come up with a comment so they can be on his bumper. We got all these people out to pay. People gonna respect our heritage. Black people been in America since the Moors and before the Moors.
Hey,
so all these newcomers and these tethers that been eating off us, we stopping that gravy train.
Listen to what you just said.
And we gonna get our reparations.
Listen to what you just said. You made Fat Joe scared to get on his social media. Why would a person be scared to come on social media just because somebody is gonna just talk about them?
Fat Joe is shook. Fat Joe, say my name. Fat Joe said our name on Math Harper TV, and they had to take the video
do you
down.
really
They was
believe?
getting so many
Do
views
you
and
really
people was,
believe that someone?
attacking that video.
Brother, do you really believe that someone is intimidated to turn on their phone and talk on their social media? You really believe that?
We exposed we broke the agreement between that Black-Brown coalition. We canceled the Black-Brown coalition. It don't exist anymore. Anybody talking about a Black-Brown coalition is going to be getting attacked by the FBA.
Bro trolling. I can hear somebody in the background saying, bro trolling. Bro, you trolling out. He got somebody in the background. It sound like, I'm going to tell you who it sound like. I heard the whisper. I heard the whisper. I had to drop him. I heard the whisper in the background. I heard the whisper in the background. Somebody in the background telling them what to say.
This is a sick Negro.
Yeah, I heard him in the background. I just let him. That's why I was quiet. That's why I was quiet, because I'm like, yeah. That's why I was quiet, because I was like, I'm listening to. That's why he was stop. That's why he would stop and then say some more. Stop and say some more. Stop and say some more. And I'm listening to. I'm like, man, get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. I can hear him in the background. If you go back and play it, you can hear. You know what I mean? Let me see your work with it. FBA, let me see your work with it. Go, girl. Let me see your work with it. Go, girl. These FBAs are desperate. This fool said, I don't mean to call you a fool. This guy said that we got FBA scared, we got Fat Joe scared to log in on his social media. Like, what you gonna do? Just talk through a, man, this is crazy, man. FBA stopped the community between black and brown. Like, what? Oh, my goodness. Come on, girl. Let me see your work with it. FBA, let me see your work with it. There we go. El Hotep, how you do, family? You in the building. El Hotep, come on, man.
How you doing, Taco? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, bro. What it do? What it is?
Man, I hope all is well with you, man. I like I said, I haven't been listening to you for that long, but when I did start listening to you, man, I said, I gotta keep listening to these episodes, past and future episodes, because you drop some knowledge. Like I said, you drop some knowledge. I don't agree with everything you be saying, but you drop some knowledge, and you open my eyes in a different way to looking at the Moorish science, Temple of America, and their message.
Right. I appreciate that.
I got the chance to talk to you. Because like I said, I don't agree with everything, but this stuff with Tariq, man, you making me see this whole SBA thing some COINTELPRO type stuff.
Well,
And I kind of don't.
I want to ask you when you finish. I don't mean to cut your wisdom. I want to know what you disagree with, and I don't expect us to agree on everything either. But I just want to know, see if I can bring clarification, because sometimes I'm misunderstood. But go ahead, brother.
Okay. Okay. I'll start with what I kind of. I'll start with what I disagree with. I do believe that as black people, as melanated people, we were here before Columbus. I am totally aware of that, right?
Right.
But I kind of, and I'm still learning, so I'm open to being taught when I make this statement. But what I'm still kind of trying to understand and figure out is why we don't have a lineage to this country or to this nation that we call North America. If we look at how the continent was connected in one,
right?
We have to make that case and that claim, coming from me, my personal opinion, that we were here, that we are foundational to this country or to this continent, not just America, South America, the whole globe. Hell is ours, like you stated to the previous caller. But if we don't make that stake and that claim that America is ours,
right,
we will lose that. And I think some of the stuff Tariq is trying to do is to reclaim that, but the message gets overshadowed when he starts talking about this tether stuff and he starts talking about this divisiveness. And that's where I'm glad that I found your channel, because that doesn't help. And we start calling people a tether and saying that go ahead.
Well, I wanted to just catch your first thought. So I subscribe to the Moorish Science Temple of America, and I identify as a Moorish American, right? And then identify as a Moorish American, and I'm not proselytizing. Identifying as a Moorish American, it takes me back to my African ancestry, but also connects me to this continent. And it connects me around the world, because we are, as a people from the inhabitants of Africa, are the first civilizers of the world. We has inhabited every part of this planet. You understand what I'm saying? And so when I say Moorish, that connects me to my descent nature. And when I say American, that connects me to this experience here in America. And quite naturally, we should all know that many of our people were here and many of our people came here. And so I feel as though that we need to unite all of our peoples, but primarily our situation here in America should be addressed first and foremost, because we have experienced it here. Now, when you get the FBA thing, it convolutes the whole message, because FBA is saying that it's one island against everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But the everybody else, it's the Haitian. The everybody else is the Nigerian. The everybody else is someone else melanated. You follow what I'm saying? And so that becomes the propaganda of the white supremacist concept when they tell people to go back to their country, when in fact, they're not even in their own country. You know what I'm saying? And so when we hear somebody like a Tariq Nasheed or anybody, the ADOS, and people push this propaganda, they're only blowing the trumpet of the white supremacists. So the problem with that is that we need to learn that it's okay to self-identify, but it's never okay to try to throw other groups among our groups under the bus, because they're suffering from the same imperialism that we are suffering from too. And they have to deal with theirs on the basis of Haiti. We have to deal with theirs on the basis of the United States of America. Jamaican got to deal with theirs on the premises of Jamaica, and so forth and so on. But the part that they doing is they are muddying the waters, brother. That's the problem with FBA. It's muddying the waters. That's all.
And that I agree with you, because if a European see me, he's not going to ask if I'm FBA.
He ain't going to ask if you Moor. He going to ask if you FBA. Yeah. He going to ask if you Hebrew. What he sees is the burden bearer of white power. They are in power because we are the burden bearers. And no matter where you go on the world, we have been the burden bearers.
And that's where I agree with your message, because we can't be divisive in a time when we see the Europeans united. We can't do that. It reminds me of that debate you had with that brother in the NOI when he said, whatever we claim, we got to understand that the European wants his boot on our neck. I got 2 quick questions for you, brother, and I'm going to let you go.
Come on.
What is the name of that song that you usually play at the end or in the beginning of your videos? It got brother Khaled, and he be saying, I'm going to speak the truth, and you like, yo, I'm back like I left some. That is my jam. That is my jam. What is the name of that song, man?
I'm not sure, but I'm going to find it and I'm going to play it at the end.
He got the global African supremacy. He's like, Silly Billy, you was talking, you gotta get your information straight. Who is that brother too, man? Because that's
SETI. That's SETI. He just switched up too now. he just switched up too. That's the old SETI. That's the old SETI. But yeah, brother.
Okay.
At the end of the day, brother. At the end of the day, when you look at FBA, right? I mean, when you look at FBA, let's be clear. When one say that FBA is a lineage, I understand what you're trying to say. I get it. But when you look at the work that will come with us being liberated, it has nothing to do with a FBA thing. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with that other groups of people are moving in a nationhood cohesiveness. And in order to move in a nationhood cohesiveness, we have to understand what the opposition look like. And the opposition don't look like you. It don't look like you. You know what I mean? The people that even don't like you because you may have been born in America and you are founded in America, the people that don't like you, they only, that look like you, that don't like you, the reason why is because they suffer from colonization of the mind. You know what I mean? That's the only reason. They suffer from the colonization of the mind. You know what I mean? And so what do we look like beefing with someone who suffers from the same illness that we once suffered from? We got to come together, push forward, build institutions, and sustain ourselves before we start fighting with one another. That doesn't make sense. The European Union, they don't fight with one another. They disagree, but guess what? One thing that they agree on is that they got to maintain power and control for as long as they are able to. And so they may disagree politically, they may disagree even culturally, but one thing that they agree on, that as a union, they need to maintain power and control globally. Not just in Europe, not just in America, not just in France or wherever. They need to maintain it globally. And when we begin to think like that, we'll be able to compete.
No, that's absolutely true. That's one thing I wish that we would change our mindset on, because we 14% of the population and 45% homeless.
That's right. And the thing is, and I want to underscore this. That doesn't mean that we put our plight on the back burner for a Haitian American plight. That don't mean that. No, our plight should be first, but it shouldn't come at the expense of trampling on our brothers and sisters' plight either. We can work within the respect of fighting for that which we are destined to have. That's what we are owed, and that we are willing to build. But we don't have to do it at the expense of our brothers and sisters who are suffering from the same plight of trying to overcome this European imperialism.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I agree. I just wish that, we would claim more of our identity. And I do understand that there is a lot of history that we have to push, and we got to get out there. I just hope that, we can just be united on that one front and find some commonality.
Brother, can you imagine if we were on the front line of these communities pushing what we wanted as a group of people, and even though the Jamaicans and the Haitians would not be in the same shoes that we in, but they're on the front line with us as another body. These people don't know. These people, they see melanated, they see us as one. And now not only do you have quote unquote FBA, but you got other people look like you standing with you as a united front. That concept need to be taken around the world. But now, when those in America achieve the aims that they strive for with the assistance of those who may not be foundated in America, then we move on to the next plateau where we assist them, and then we assist them, and then we assist them, and then globally we start moving this meter forward.
Now, that's true, brother.
But we can start here at home, and we don't have to knock nobody down to start here at home. Most of these people talking on the internet, they not moving nobody on the ground. They moving people on the internet. Tariq ain't moving nobody on the ground, bro. That's an internet conversation.
Yeah.
It starts on the internet and end on the internet. That's it. And you got some products to sell to you, and maybe a seminar or something like that. But they ain't no moving on the ground politically. They ain't building nothing as a community.
The reparations. My bad. I don't want to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I will say the reparations rally was a good push. I think that if we had someone on the national level to advocate that for us, and I think that's one big problem. The reparations conversation is a grassroots conversation, and as long as it stays a grassroots conversation, we're not going to get any progress.
But brother, don't be fooled.
Judge Joe Brown.
But don't be fooled. Don't be fooled with the reparation rally being a good push. The reparations rally was nothing but a great billboard in the advertisement. When you want a reparation rally, you bring people who are educated in the field of reparations. You don't have these social media entertainers up there. You have somebody. I was invited for a reparations rally panel with Dr. Salis Muhammad. I declined it because I didn't see enough professionals in the political sphere representing getting reparations. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you need educated people up there to speak of reparation. You don't need Dr. Mayat. You don't need these social media commentaries and entertainers up there. You need educated political people, political scientists. You don't need that, bro. At least have one. Then you can bring these colorful social media faces up there. You know what I'm saying? They was nothing but colorful social. What's his name? Reza Islam. What do he know about reparations? Dr. Mayat, what she know about reparations? The political process of achieving reparations. Brother, that's nothing but a great billboard. If you want to have a reparations rally, you bring those who are educated in the matter of reparations, that are educated in the legalities of reparations, and educated in the political strive for reparations. You don't bring social media personalities and commentators for reparations rally unless you got someone that is qualified to tell the people how to walk from a conversation to reparations. Period. Other than that, it's a great billboard. It's just, you could have watched all that on YouTube.
Yeah, and some regard that is absolutely true. I mean, because like I said, if you don't get anybody on the national level, it kind of, there's not much you're gonna get done. Like I said, I had asked Judge Joe Brown this one time. I said, on what national level, what are we going to be able to do to get reparations? You said basically the same thing that you said. And if we're not doing anything on the grassroots level, we're really not going to get anything done.
That's social media talk, bro. One thing that, I don't mean to cut your wisdom, one thing that Tariq has been a master at, he's been a master at advertising propaganda. And when he put a title on something, it make it appears bigger than what it is. But in fact, when you pull back the layers, you find out that it's nothing but a great big billboard. It's a great big nothing burger. It's nothing to it. It's nothing to it. Look at the panel. These people are not educated in the matter of political science. These people are not educated in the matter of legal things to move forward towards a resolution. They have no education in this field. Why should they be talking about reparations? The only thing they can do is cry. Only thing they can do is whine. Only thing they can do is beg and say what we supposed to get, as opposed to understanding the walk from a conversation to reparations. Bro, it's all a show. It's a circus performance. That's it. And we need to get beyond the circus performance. And we need to look people in their face and say, listen, we understand that this is a circus performance. Get out the way so the real people can step up and take us serious, so the powers that be will take us serious. They know that this is a circus performance. You talking about you're going to Washington to demand reparations on a Sunday? We're demanding that we be able to police ourselves. This was Tariq list. We're demanding that we can police ourselves. We're going to Washington. We're demanding reparations on a Saturday or Sunday. Who you demanding it to? With social media personalities. The next popular thing, they're going to be that. You know what I mean? Right now, FBA is the thing for these social media commentaries. The next popular thing will be another conversation on social media, and there'll be that next. And then there'll be something else next. And then these are social media commentators. They're not fighting for no reparations. They're fighting for a YouTube check or for a YouTube Cash App or something like that. They're not fighting for reparations. And Tariq is the billboard to help that promotion to take place, to get paid on the back end. That's the fact.
That being said, what black politicians speak do we hold to the fire then?
That's the thing. That's the thing. You got to do it locally, brother. You got, like, I don't know where you're from, but you would have to study your local politics. And then people that you connect with nationally, they got to put their local politicians' feet to the fire. And if you can't put their feet to the fire, you organize people and you put your own people in position. You got to be politically savvy if you want to move that way. But it's definitely not a social media conversation. It's your community conversation. Politics always started in the community. It was a group of people that came together and say, listen, we want you to represent us. It didn't start from no national platform. It all started locally. So if you really want something done and you're serious about it, you would have to organize and execute locally. Anything other than that is a social media show and a social media commentator's platform. It has nothing to do with achieving that. And you can report it after you do it locally, but you have to start locally, man, or it's just a talk game on social media. Let me show you this.
That is true.
Watch this. If a person says that Tariq is legitimately concerned about getting reparations, why haven't he organized anybody in his own community to date? Why? If you're really that serious,
that's an interesting question.
Why haven't you created some type of organization, advocacy group in your own community and have it duplicated around the country? Why? Because he's not serious about reparations, man. It's a game. It's a game. He's getting his reparations.
And I've seen what California did, so that's an interesting question.
He's getting his reparations.
I'm observing all of this, and I'm taking notes.
Brother, his reparations are selling people root work. His reparations is getting you to watch his videos so he can get a YouTube check. His reparations is to take donations so he can produce another movie and sell it back to you. His reparations has already been paid. So why would he actually do what real grassroots do? They call it a grassroots movement, but we know that grassroots movement means that you knock on doors. Grassroots movements means that your community and you are on the same page and moving towards a destination which is not uncertain or unknown. A grassroots movement is organized locally. A grassroots movement is not organized nationally. They're organized locally, and each local faction or each local chapter, then they come together and form like Voltron, and that's when the national movement takes shape. But it always starts locally. Show me locally what Mr. NASHEED has done, and I'll sell you a bridge in Brooklyn. Next caller. Brother, I appreciate you. I would love to have you on the panel, brother. Brother, you give great dialogue. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate the time, brother. I hope all is well with you.
Man, all is well. Appreciate you, family.
Do this again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Email me if you want to come on the show to hawkabay@gmail.com, and that goes for anybody. Peace, brother.
Absolutely. Peace.
Islam family. Anyway, Let me get 144K almost home. Thank you for the super chat. Sorry I took so long. He said they worried about Fat Joe, but ain't worried about the white owners of BET and the horrible image they portray of blacks. Now, make that make sense. I want to say this again. 144K almost home, $20 contribution says they worried about Fat Joe, but ain't worried about the white owners of BET and the horrible image they portray of blacks. Now, make that make sense. And let me add on something. Let me add something to that. I did a show recently about these crazies that was performing for Trump. And after consideration, I was like, man, listen, all of us are talking about boycotting, right? This Friday, the 28th, the boycott is coming up. Let's talk about this boycott real quick before I get out here. Everybody's talking about boycotting the stores the 28th. Did y'all hear about that? On the 28th, the boycott. Press 7 if y'all heard about that. Everybody's talking about boycotting all these businesses because of how they treat our people and, et cetera, et cetera. So they saying they're going to have a 24-hour boycott. Let me tell you one thing crazy about that. That after 24 hours, most people will go back to the same stores and buy up double, and because they're thirsty and they won't even be hurt by that. If you want to boycott and be effective, you may have to sacrifice for about a month. One day of not shopping was not change much in any of these businesses. That's number one. Number two, even when we look at Nelly and Busta Rhymes and Snoop Dogg performing at the Trump celebration, Bitcoin celebration thing. One thing that we never got mad at, and I got to take responsibility for this. We never got mad at Snoop for saying bees ain't butts and tricks. We never got mad at that, but we got mad because he performed for Trump. But he said bees ain't nothing but hoes and tricks. He sold gin and juice to the community. He sold prostitution, promiscuous behavior to the community. But no one got mad at that. But everybody got mad when he performed for Trump. When we should have got mad when he was selling blunts to the community, or weed to the community, or gin and juice to the community, or whoring and all of these crazy things to the community. Nobody got mad at Busta when he was selling Cavassier to the community that he doesn't own, and people now are being sold a commercial in the form of a song. Pastor Cavassier, Pastor Cavassier. Nobody got mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got mad at Nelly when he was boom, boom in the Range Rover. You know what I mean? Nobody got mad at that. So I had to, I had to rethink this, right? Are we really mad just because he performed for Trump? Man, these people have been selling murder to our people and death to our people for the last 20 years, and no one said nothing. No one said nothing. So quite naturally, we see Trump as one who opposes what we're trying to do or what we stand for, and I get all of that. I get it. But family, when are we going to be mad about the death that's being sold, about the degradation that's being sold, about the murder that's being sold, about all of this stuff that's being sold? We never get mad about that. We don't protest that, but we're going to protest Target. We're going to protest Walmart. And I'm not saying don't protest. Do what you do, but be fair. If you're going to protest Target, if you're going to protest Walmart, you need to also protest this death that's being sold to our people every day. All of those that teach the deaf in their music is number one. Ain't nobody protesting that. When you ride your children to school and you have it on a local radio station, you have to be careful because they might be just cussing fluently. And if you don't want your children to be subjected to this type of language, then, hey, you got to turn the radio off. But we don't protest that. So I'm on a different side of the spectrum today. Like, if y'all ain't going to protest the things that our people sell to our community in this situation, death, then, man, I ain't with none of that old fake protest about some Walmart, fake protest about Target, fake protest about the grocery store. I ain't with none of that, because y'all ain't protesting none of the death that's being sold to our people. Like Cryptonomics said, Jay-Z sell liquor to the community. 50 sell liquor to the community. Ain't nobody protesting that. But Now they won't let you shop in Target and buy some diapers, and now you want to protest Target. Man, this stuff is phony. I ain't with it. It's corny. It's just another form of advertisement for the corporate giants in America. Because guess what? All publicity is good publicity. You know what I mean? All publicity is good publicity. It is what it is.
Certified boogeyman.
All publicity is good publicity. Beyonce is selling $100 whiskey right now.
Check 1, 2.
I ain't going for it.
We're gonna speak the truth.
We're gonna speak the truth.
Regardless of whether you like that truth or not. We're in the 21st century. How people are poor, hungry,
Thanks for joining me, family.
naked and out of doors. How people are being murdered on a daily and consistent basis.
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. A couple weak frauds that crept through. They put the bean on me, I didn't neglect you. Time's up, allow me to bless you. They yell reparations and they got your attention. A failed clown rapper claimed he was pimping, but you don't know he was a fed since 9-0. Cosmo Flex was a front for 5-0.
You can't get dropped
Thank
in
you,
a pit
family.
of
Thank you
snakes
so much. Don't forget to hit that
and
cash
figure out
app.
which one is the venom sack.
Donations.
This one is not poison.
FBA was laughing when he went to the Romans. I guess they don't understand, that's who own them. Lying on GS, claiming I stalked them. That ain't true, cause if it was, I'd have chalked them. I'm simply a blogger, researching for the family. Cause people look like me, continue to scam me. Continue to scam us in the name of liberation. But when I call them out, they claim that I'm hating. Who says I smacked somebody? Poke your chest out, then slide thousands of miles. Check it out.
For a peace order. For a peace order.
I'm back like I left something. And you kept frontin', sick the Romans on me, but they ain't really stopping nothing. How you say you slap a man and go get a peace order? Something ain't adding up. Now I'm in the deep waters. I done took a deep dive, see who you really are. Who named you Tariq? She affiliated with the guns? Nah, you ain't a Sunni or the nation, but ain't nobody question why you perpetrating. See, early in the 90s, they put you on a mission. Hip hop was conscious, you came with something different. Goofy clown rap to take it off track, but you was so back, nobody followed the act. So they made another character, turned you to a thug. Cosmo the K-Fact, but still got no love. Album went wood, it was trash, no good. You was hip-hop police, stitching on the hood. How you make a documentary about hip-hop and not include yourself in all your albums that flop? Yeah, you got some dark secrets, I'm here to expose them. And I don't plan to stop until everybody knows them. He's back!
This is a sick Negro.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating.
Ain't nobody lying on you, silly Billy. That man beat you, man. Beat you like a thief. He was talking about, man, he had just come out of his surgery. He had pneumonia. His back was broke. Say he had a goddamn brain aneurysm and he forgot his information. You see, man, you got to quit coming up with all these excuses, man.
That's right, global African supremacy. That gas, baby. Got to have that gas.
You know, listen, as the first lady of FBA, as the first lady of FBA.
Yeah, I just seen the silly Billy Carson respond to how that, to how that white boy drug him in that damn debate.
If this was another genre like entertainment news, this would have millions and millions of views. This is a masterpiece.